They say wise men speak because they have something to say.
Yeah, they also say fools speak because they have to say something.
Well,
here we are.
Yeah, you bit that one.
Well.
Relax. Okay.
So an Assumption University student who met the 22-year-old Army soldier was 18 and indicted. So college students charged with ambushing U.S. soldier in To Catch a Predator TikTok scheme.
Those kids are lucky they weren't unalived by that soldier.
Yeah, so it was a 22-year-old soldier who was reportedly attacked after agreeing to meet an 18-year-old woman at Assumption University in Massachusetts. So 5 Massachusetts college students are facing criminal charges after allegedly luring a soldier to their school's campus to ambush him in a TikTok trend inspired by To Catch a Predator. The 5 were among a larger group of nearly 30 students that chased the unwitting man from a building at Assumption University after he was invited there by a student on the dating app Tinder. According to a criminal complaint written by campus police and filed in Worcester District Court, okay? According to the complaint, there was no indication that the victim intended to meet anyone underage. The woman who invited him to the campus, 18-year-old Kelsey Brainerd, indicated her age on her dating app profile, police said. Minutes before the confrontation, police said footage showed that the victim was watching a baseball game in the student lounge with Brainerd, and there was ample personal space between them. According to video of the episode shared among students and seen by the police, regardless, the group of students allegedly framed the 22-year-old man and confronted him in the student lounge as a part of a deliberately staged event. The students appeared from hidden locations with their phones at the ready, recording as they berated the man as a sexual offender.
Y'all ain't Chris Hansen?
Right?
Y'all ain't Chris Hansen?
Grabbed him and blocked him from leaving the lounge.
Ooh.
When he escaped, and apparently he didn't go crazy on these people because everybody seemed fine, but when he escaped, 25 people gave chase.
Yeah, if that would have been me, they would have been running their ass up out of there trying to escape.
One student not named in court documents because he's a minor allegedly punched the victim in the back of the head. Once the victim reached his car, another student slammed his head into the car door. It's unclear whether the man was injured in the incident. A few minutes later, you see the group coming back in, laughing and high-fiving with each other.
They lucky he didn't have that fire on him. Because if he had that fire on him, he would have lit their ass up. And then we would have been singing this would have been a different article that we would have been reading right now wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That fire? That fire?
Oh, that's what I
That's
thought.
that fire.
Okay.
That's what they call it in Miami.
All right.
Fire.
I thought fire was like slang for a drug.
In Miami, everybody got that fire. Everybody got that fire on them in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got your fire?
Oh.
I stay with my fire.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's like
All right,
that.
that's how it works.
It's like that.
All right. Easton Randall, 19, told police that he and his peers were inspired by popular NBC series To Catch a Predator, which featured the show's host, Chris Hansen, confronting men lured to a house where they thought they were meeting minors for sex before handling those men over to the waiting police. Randall said the group was cashing in on a TikTok fad modeled after the show in which people lure sexual predator, blah, blah, blah. Randall Brainerd, 18-year-old, Isabella Trudeau, an 18-year-old Joaquin Smith, faced charges of kidnapping and conspiracy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You can't hold somebody against their will, dog. Like, anything that guy would have done to those people at that point in time would have been justified.
Really?
Hell
Wow.
yeah, you
so
can't.
they actually put themselves in that crazy
if you guys in here right now was like, Nate, we not letting you out of this room, yeah, that's considered kidnapping. So whatever I do is right by law.
Wow, these kids actually opened themselves up to get hurt.
No, they could have definitely lost their lives in this instance.
Yeah, that's scary, man.
Especially with a military person. Like, you don't know this kid.
He's got to be trained something. He's been in for years.
We don't know what this kid got going on.
So it says Brainerd was additionally charged with intimidation. An 18-year-old Kevin Carroll, who allegedly slammed the victim's head into the car door, is accused of assault and battery with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, they'll knock that charge down to just assault and battery because you just, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they'll downgrade that though.
So it says Assumption University President Greg Weiner said that
another wiener.
Yeah, we're talking about hot dogs all around this show today.
Wieners all over the place.
Yeah. Hey, don't go to North Korea, Greg. It's not your spot, man.
Right.
Greg Weiner, he said that the incident was abhorrent and anti-ethical to the Assumption University's mission and values in a statement, and said that the school's Department of Public Safety immediately launched an investigation after the alleged attack.
Greg is a trip. All I'm saying is, who says anti-ethical instead of unethical?
I know, right?
Yeah, I would look into Greg a little bit.
That's why I looked at that,
Greg doing a little too much. You guys might want to check him out.
Yeah. This situation is particularly sobering because the victim is an active duty military service member, Winter wrote. His service reminds us of the sacrifices made by those who defend our freedoms, including the opportunity to pursue a college education.
Every once in a while, I watch me an episode of To Catch a Predator. Sometimes I like to watch DJ Ghost. Shout out DJ Ghost. DJ Ghost will watch To Catch a Predator. Like, he'll react to like some episodes and it'd be hella funny. But like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Those people that are on To Catch a Predator, most of the time, like I think maybe 85, 90-something% of the time, they're those people that do not have the internal voice. They don't have the ability to like make good decisions, kick it back and forth with themselves in their heads.
Yeah.
And like, that's why I'll stop watching it though, because I'm like, literally, like, these people are just dumb. Like, they're just dumb as hell. And it's just like, it's like, it's obvious. It's like a farm. Like you can farm these type of people to do this type of dumb stuff over and over again forever. There will always be a To Catch a Predator if they want there to be one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's kind of like that the bait car.
Oh yeah.
They set up the car, they leave the door open, the keys are in it.
I just feel crazy about like the places that they leave these cars at. Like, bro, like, why you don't leave that like downtown somewhere? Like, you gonna go like leave it in the hood? It's like, of course it's gonna get stolen in the hood.
Yeah, that's
like,
why they do it. It's to set them up. I always felt really weird about watching that show.
But the fact of the matter is, most of the time, people in the hood ain't leaving their cars like with keys in them like that, set up like that. Of course. In the hood, you got some people that, is from the hood and they just on some real hood stuff that they're like, yeah, I leave my car running at the gas station. Like, because it's like that and I'm like that. But everybody ain't like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? and that's less. And everybody knows who those people are. So it's like, to me, the setup is a little bit the setup itself is underhanded. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's what
come
I'm saying.
on, guys.
It's, baiting and all this.
Hey, Hey, keep catching those predators though. Bait them until there's no more of them. I don't care nothing about them, but like this little things like that, bait car in the hood stuff. It's like, you guys should they should like ratio out the locations a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Because it looks crazy for people that have conscious minds.
Yeah, they just don't want it to be in a normal place and then see that their cars could get stolen. They're like...
Or the people that will do it will be some people that will shock you.
You know what I'm saying?
Go. People that really ain't thieves. Yeah. They just want to do something stupid.
Yeah, take a joyride, man. I mean, if they did it with a Maserati, it might be like, have the videos in there, this person having the time of their life driving the Maserati, and then all of a sudden it stops.
Yep. Shout out, rest in peace, Bob Euchre. Bob Euchre passed away today as well. We ain't gonna have no time to do no piece on him, but when we were kids, Bob Euchre was this sports announcer that was on all types of commercials and stuff. He was hilarious, guys. You guys get a chance, take a look at some old Bob Euchre videos, man. Rest in peace, Bob Euchre.
Yeah, so this next one, Nate, this one kind of churned my skin a little bit just because it was scary, you know?
Scary.
We be driving, you know. I was just out in Santa Rosa and drove a couple hours back. You just drove a couple hours to get here, right?
Yeah.
And so we be on them roads, right? And this one was where a little fender bender turned into a WWE style chaos as road rage ruffian body slams a single mom, right?
So they called him a ruffian.
No, ruffian.
What does that say about the person who wrote that article?
Yeah, right. So a single mother suffered a serious head injury and broken bones after being body slammed headfirst by a brute. It says a brute.
I'm just going to say this person that wrote this article, they got to be from the UK or something. I've never called anyone a brute or a ruffian a single time in my life. The last name is Gibbon. George Fitzgibbon. That could be.
Yeah.
That could
But
be.
it's New York Post, man. New York Post. So by a brute during a shocking road rage attack with the whole thing caught on video. Okay, we did watch the video. The video itself is pretty shoddy.
This is where I have a problem with these. Like, look, maybe he is a brute.
He's a big dude.
Maybe he is a, what was the other word?
A ruffian.
A ruffian. Maybe he is, because he definitely slammed this woman.
Yeah,
He slammed her. He
picked her up like this.
He skied her. He took her all the way to the 10th floor.
It's skied her. That's what you were saying.
Yeah, he skied her. He took her all the way to the 10th floor.
Yeah, and then these
And brought her all the way back down to ground floor.
it shows him picking her up.
We talking.
Once he got her
yeah,
up.
we talking about legs. We talking about legs. 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, slammed her on her whole ass neck.
And then boom, slammed to the ground.
But my question, I'm not a sympathizer by any means. Like, anybody that puts hands on a woman, like, I believe they deserve to get effed up. That's just my opinion. I'm a guardian. I'm not into that. But
so the story is
go ahead.
this mom, 31 years old, driving in Attleboro, Massachusetts. Okay. Shortly before 9 a.m. on a Friday, when the driver in front of her stopped short, she didn't hit her brakes fast enough, hit him in the rear.
The choosing of the words.
Yeah,
though.
I know.
I
changed it, right?
Let's just say Friday when she rear-ended him.
Yeah,
let's say
she
that.
hit him.
Like,
right?
When the driver in front of her stopped short. So they're just trying to make him sound wrong on every corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the reality is she hit him. It's always her fault.
Right.
So it's her fault.
Right.
Right. And that's when things got violent, it says. Then in quotes, he kept slamming on his brakes, and then when we got to the intersection, he hit a light, and he was in front of me. Soares told the outlet, as soon as we went through, we didn't even make it across, and he slammed on his brakes, so I hit
This
him.
lady is a liar.
Well, I don't know.
And why I say that now is because what you just read.
Okay, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing?
Okay.
He kept slamming on his brakes.
My only question is, how many times did he slam on his brakes, right? Meaning, must have been you were so close to him that he felt like he needed to brake check you several times.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that.
What is the rules?
Yeah, if you get too close, you do a little brake.
Yeah, but
get your lights to come on.
As a driver, when you're behind a car, you must maintain
at least a couple car lengths.
Verbiage, safe following distance.
Okay, yeah, couple car lengths.
This lady is on this guy's butt. Maybe, I don't know, she could have maybe even been honking. We don't know we don't know his story.
Yeah.
He should not have slammed this lady on her neck. But it's like, dude, this is very selective writing here. The story and how it is being written is very selective. And this is why I would love to, again, see the entirety of the video to see what happened prior to this woman being slammed on her neck. I'm sure whatever it was, it still wasn't warranted. But I'm just curious, just to satisfy my own curiosities to like, lady, you are as tiny and you was obviously following this guy too closely with your kids in the car, and then you got out. Like, why are you getting out of your car?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like there's too much here that's not quite adding up. Like if me, right? I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of another.
Well, get out of the car because there was.
I'm just gonna say
You need to get out.
I might have to being a little woman like this. I might have to stereotype this person. I might have to be a little nervous to be like, well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna stay in the car until the cops come.
Oh,
isn't that normal?
Not for me.
Yeah, but you're not a little woman.
Yeah, it seemed like this lady was pissed.
And that's why.
It sounds. Yeah, it seems like that.
Yeah, but
she got out of the car. It says right here. Read this piece right here, Nate.
Police said that when the other driver, identified as 26-year-old Rhode Island resident Gladior Quesaya, stormed out of his car and yanked Soares out of her vehicle.
Soares said she only wanted to take photos of the damage when her attacker grabbed her phone. Then, this is from Soares. I tried to defend myself, and then he picked me up, and that was when the woman got the video of me being thrown to the ground.
There's a lot missing here.
Soares said, I remember thinking, I'm in the air right now. I'm in the air.
Yeah. I tried to defend myself. What?
So, according to a GoFundMe page that was set up for the battered mom, Soares was left on the ground, badly bruised and in tears, with bystanders looking on in shock.
Ain't nobody help her either.
Yeah, like, it sounds like they didn't really help her.
This is a crazy story to me. It's because it's like we got an incomplete story. We got one side of the story being told. We have only that side of the story's video that exists.
Yeah, because the video, when we watched it, and we will have it on here for you guys to view, it's
actually, we're going to play it right now.
Okay, here we go. Yep. And it starts, there she goes, getting slammed, right? That's it.
That's it.
That's all you see.
And then, again, man, all these people, man, non-thinking for themselves, no ability to have internal dialogue, they just going to sit here and watch this happen. Sit here and watch this lady get slammed like this and record it and feel like they've done something. Like, this is crazy. Why even be a witness? Why even say you saw anything? Like, I'll be more ashamed to say I saw something and I didn't do something.
How do you pronounce his name?
Quesia.
Quesia was booked at the scene and hit with charges of assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon, resulting in serious injury.
You mean the ground?
Malicious destruction of property and driving without a license. So, okay. So here's a little bit more to the story, though. If he didn't have a license, this chick hits him. He's, and he was driving without a license. Now the cops show up. He's in a bad spot. Definitely not a good idea to body slam her.
Nah, you just added you
just
compounded all of your issues, dude. Like everything that you had that was an issue is no longer an issue. Like you just gave yourself a real issue.
Yeah. He was held on a $25,000 bail. Soares was taken to hospital, suffering from a broken knee, a broken foot, an injured eye socket, and a serious head wound. Inappropriate and unacceptable conduct stemming from what was essentially a minor motor vehicle crash, said the police sergeant Kevin Sellers.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm sitting here looking at this guy's mugshot, and what I see is a man that just needed a break. It looks like he was going through a lot in his life, and he doesn't look mad to be sitting where he's sitting right now. He looks kind of at ease, fuck it, finally get to sit down.
I finally get to chill.
He might. We don't know what this guy got going on in his life, man. He messed up.
Meanwhile, Soares said she's just happy she was able to go home to see her children. He was just being a jerk off on the road, she said in a separate interview. I don't know if he was having a bad day. I don't know what that was, but if that's the type of person he is, I don't think he belongs in society with the rest of us.
I agree with that lady, but what I would say is this, man, y'all stop following people so close with your cars, man. Y'all like get to safe following distance, man. Like, don't make people feel like, why is he so close to me?
This is a thing.
Don't like. It's like if you're it's like this. Pretend your car is you. Like if you're walking, right, and like you turn around and there's somebody in your face breathing down your neck, like, nah, brother, like give me my personal space. Like it's like and like so like that's unsafe, right? That's unsafe. This is the same thing. Treat it as such. Like, come on, man. Cars are cars, man. They're heavy, right? Speed times mass and all that good stuff. The car in front of you, you guys know this stuff already. I don't have to tell you this. I don't even care about that stuff. I care more about how people feel when people are just pressed up on them. Like, yo, give the people their space, man. Don't make people feel like they need to slam on their brakes.
Yeah, I mean, driving nowadays is different than a few years ago. It's definitely become much more road rage centric, and people are way more amped up, pushing, trying to get down the road to where, how my mom drives. She's the slow lane type person, right? And I'm worried about her because of people that will come up behind her and trying to get her to go faster, making her uncomfortable, making her potentially make a bad decision,
Yeah.
And even have somebody that's yelling and screaming at her as she's just trying to drive down the road and she's going the speed limit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She goes exactly the speed limit, I'm worried about that stuff, and I'm worried about people on the road because once you have an accident, like as so small as this, it seems like this was just a little fender bender. You know what I mean? But then people at heightened levels of, for all the stuff going on in the world, whatever their day was, whatever their mental state is, can create.
You don't know what somebody's going through while you're sitting here on somebody. It's just a crazy story. He kept slamming on the brake. You mean more than once, more than twice?
Yeah, meaning you kept on pushing and staying so close to him that he was slamming on the brakes, going, get off my ass.
This is an indicator that he felt that he needed to do this, that he needed to slam on his brakes. This was something that, like...
Yeah, I wonder how the police report was written up. Did they say that it was her fault?
Right, for rear-ending him?
Or is that thrown out the window
voided
because,
now.
It ain't her fault no more because he did this afterwards.
So now he can't get his bumper paid for now?
Probably not. Yeah, how is that going to work? How does the insurance, how will they find a way to deny this claim?
These people, know what I mean? It's hilarious.
Yeah, this could be a thing. Good news for Miss Soares. She's raised more than $21,000 in GoFundMe since this incident has happened. Yeah. So she's going to be recovering for a little while.
Need to hire a driver.
Yeah, maybe she'll hire a driver. Yeah. She seems like she was probably having one of those days too, though, is what I'd say.
Yeah, she looked like she was one of those people that be going through it. You know what I'm talking about? Them go through the motions people, them drama people.
Oh, I mean, anything's possible, especially nowadays. Let's, now that we've went through all these, we could get into,
Have we gone through them all?
We've gone through them all.
Make sure.
Except New Year's deadly trend that's been happening.
Today's episode is proudly sponsored by Zenergy, an exquisite energy supplement designed to nourish both body and mind. Zenergy combines the tranquil, stress-relieving benefits of kava with the focused, energizing properties of kratom extract. This refined fusion provides a smooth, sustained energy that calms the mind while sharpening your focus. Zenergy offers an unparalleled experience of clarity and poise. If you're interested in this product, go on drinkzenergy.com. That's drinkxnergy energy.com. Thank you again, Zenergy. We appreciate you guys.
So there seems to be this trend that happens every New Year's in Japan.
Yes.
That people seem to be dying.
Yes.
Which seems kind of crazy to me.
Well, it's crazy because of actually how it's happening. It's definitely not the intentions of anyone that it's happening to for it to happen. It's all done in tradition, and it just so happens, and it's crazy, because what's causing it is something that I actually enjoy to eat.
Yeah. Well,
Quite a bit myself.
talk about the tradition. Talk about the tradition.
Well, from what I understand, every year in Japan in New Year's, around this time of year, people come home to Japan, and they families get together, and they make mochi
Yeah.
in the traditional way.
You mean like the ice cream?
Well,
The stuff that's on the outside of the ice cream.
correct.
Yeah. It's kind of gooey.
Yeah, usually.
chewy.
So usually, everywhere else, even here, mochi ice cream is a more recent development. But prior to that, it was just mochi itself.
Which is a bean, right?
No,
What is it?
mochi, if I'm not mistaken, is derived from. Is it? I believe.
Steamed.
No, I think it's rice
steamed
flour.
Sweet rice.
It's rice flour.
Yeah.
And basically they beat the mochi, and they make this. They cut it into these small pieces. Depending on who it is, they have different sizes that are liked, but traditionally there's about this big.
Okay. Like $50.
Yeah, and they have the regular mochi, which is unflavored, and then they have all of these other infused mochi flavors, like yuzu, which is a Japanese citrus, like what is it? I forget the name of the cherry blossom flavor, but they have all these cool flavors, like also like matcha, all these other exclusive
Green tea.
Yeah, a lot of stuff
that,
that's exclusive to Japan flavor wise. Sakura.
Sakura.
So sakura is the ornamental cherry in Japan, but it has a specific flavor that is very good. And also ume, which is a plum, a Japanese plum.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have all these flavors that they infuse into these different types of mochi. And like I said, as of more recent, was made the mochi ice cream, which became,
Very
an
popular.
international craze.
Yeah.
Mochi itself, it's not for everybody. Its texture is not for everyone. And these people make this mochi.
And the families come together because they're receiving their other family members from other places.
Yeah, and they're also carrying out the tradition.
The tradition of making mochi together and then making it into some kind of meal and stuff, and then they eat it.
But every year, apparently, in Japan, people perish from choking on mochi.
Whoa. And so this article says, despite an annual warning from authorities, a deadly New Year's trend continued in Japan as 2 people died after choking on mochi, a doughy cake made from steamed sweet rice that is traditionally served to celebrate the new year. 9 people were taken to the hospitals in Tokyo after choking on mochi during the first 3 days in January.
Excuse me.
Citing 2 of those people, both elderly men, later died. A man in his 70s choked on mochi at his home just outside of Tokyo on New Year's Day.
Itabashi.
Yeah, that's the city. Sorry, I passed that up, but you're good on it. And was taken to the local hospital where he was pronounced dead. Another man in his 80s who lived in Tokyo suburb of Narima also died after choking on the delicacy, according to Japan Today. Right? So both of these men were older. Who knows what kind of stuff they were going through already before this mochi got in there.
Nah. They were good until they ate that mochi, brother. This ain't no health complication shit. Like, nah, choked to, that's it. Like, yeah, that's what happened.
Well, but man, all they did was eat something that they've eaten a million times.
When I was a kid, I remember being real small. Prior to my birth, my family, they had a family. You know, back in the day, they had like a family doctor.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it was back
That's how
in the
it
day.
used to be.
Yeah, one doctor serves your whole family.
Now the healthcare controls the.
Yeah, they've ruined that. The
They've ruined
Affordable
that.
Care Act has ruined that. But yeah. Apparently there was a doctor by the name of Dr. Burnup
Okay.
in San Francisco. That was my dad's and all of his siblings and family doctor that passed away from choking on a steak.
On a steak.
Yeah, I've choked on steak before. I've choked on quite a few things before, and I'm going to tell you something. I've had a couple of them that it was bad. Like, it was so far down and nobody was around that I just had to swallow it and swallow it all the way down and get it down in there.
Oh.
And it was sitting there. And it was like, you know, I wasn't not breathing as well as I should have been, and it eventually worked itself down. But yeah, that's choking is scary. I remember being a kid.
Man, I'm scared of that.
I remember being a kid and choking on a whole fish. Like, and my grandmother had to reach her.
What do you mean a whole fish?
Yeah, bro. I took a fish, bro, and put it in my mouth and tried to chew it and swallow it, bro. And I had a fish.
Like a goldfish?
No. So you know how a fish bone has like the main bone and all the other little side bones? Yeah, I had one of those like this, the whole thing in my throat.
You were a weird
I was probably
kid, bro.
like, I might have been 6.
Okay. But you thought you were going to eat this whole fish.
I didn't know about bones and fish. I just was eating fish because I wanted to eat food because I was a kid. I was hungry.
But a whole fish.
Yeah.
This wasn't like cooked or anything.
No, it was a cooked fish.
Oh, well, thank you.
So my grandma, there's 2 things. I'm gonna share 2 stories today with everybody that my grandma did. The next one is way off topic, but I'm gonna share it anyway.
I haven't heard any of these stories, so this is good.
So my grandma, my grandma used to be a nurse. Literally, my grandma reached her hand in my mouth, down into my throat, grabbed the fish bone, and removed it from my throat.
Damn. You got a small hand or you got a big mouth.
And then, this is a true story. And I always tell the little kids, the boys, I'm like, yo, be very careful when you're zipping your zipper.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I've seen some about Mary, bro.
Well, I haven't seen something about Mary, but
Oh,
what
bro,
I have seen is I've seen my head zipped into my zipper when I was a kid.
Hey, but were the beans above the Frank? Or the Frank above the beans?
Brother.
I got to show you this. We're not going to be able to put it on our...
Let me just tell you what happened.
Oh, God, I really don't want to hear
I
this.
screamed, and my grandma was like, what's wrong? And I said, Grandma. I zipped it. I zipped my pee-pee.
Oh, God.
And my grandma
Oh, gosh.
was like, let me see it. And reached down there and grabbed it and literally
Zoop.
ripped it out.
The zipper?
Yeah, she ripped it out of the zipper.
I got some questions.
Yeah, I was bleeding.
Oh, man.
Yep. Not horribly, but scarred for life.
Scarred for life.
Yeah.
I'm now scarred for life.
Yeah, not horribly, but scarred for life.
You know.
So like when my son is like putting on his onesie, I'm like, yo, bro.
Hey, be careful.
Be careful, mind
Slow
your thing,
down
bro.
right
Make
now.
sure you don't zip your thiling. So you know in the Philippines they call it a thiling. I'm like, yo, bro, don't zip your thiling, bro. He's like, I'm not. All right,
But we're not going to be able to show the clip of Something About Mary because, you know, it's copyrighted and all that. But I'm going to show you when we're done with this podcast the Something About Mary thing.
Okay.
And then you'll understand the Franks above the beans, bro.
Okay.
Wow. I never knew I'd get that story from you, bro.
Yep. Well, hey, I'm sharing this with the world. My people.
Wow.
That's right.
This is Nathan being vulnerable.